Moondiver, the latest downloadable title from Square Enix and developer Feel Plus, makers of Mindjack, and helmed by famed director of the classic Strider series, Koichi Utsui, takes the classic action platformer feel of Strider and amplifies it 100-fold in this XBLA PSN release. It's the dawn of the 22nd century, and humanity is at the verge of extinction. Their last hope rests on the shoulders of a group of specially trained ninjas known as Moondivers. With 4 different divers to choose from, each with their own strengths in HP, MP, and power, the subtle differences in their starting attributes are really their only differences. With your Moondiver of choice selected, it won't take long to thrust into the heat of battle. Fast, intense action platforming filled with ruthless, suicidal enemies fill the screen in wave after wave of onslaughting action. The platforming challenges with air dashing and double jumps and the post-apocalyptic setting provides adequate atmosphere behind Moondiver's convoluted narrative. To break up the platforming mayhem, levels feature walled-in zones where waves of enemies must be defeated to move on. These areas can provide some intense moments and with the right skills can lead to some truly spectacular combos. But Moondiver is more than just a hack and slash fest. Screen-filling bosses provide epic encounters that, though unfortunately boil down to simple pattern memorizations, are still sights worth seeing. And even after deciphering their patterns, quick reflexes and honed skills are a must to survive these often deadly encounters. Adding variety and helping turn the tide in this hellacious action platformer are a multitude of various special attacks known as moonsault combinations. Hidden through the myriad levels in Moondiver, up to 4 different MCs can be equipped, allowing powers that range from stat buffs to screen freezing all-out attacks. Having the proper allotted MC too can quickly prolong one's life in the challenging single-player campaign. A single-player campaign that is one of the most intense action platformers to grace the downloadable world in quite some time. With its slick controls accompanied with the RPG mechanic of leveling up your character, Moondiver brings in mechanics to the genre that have been missing since the days of Guardian Heroes. The game is tough, and replaying levels is a must as you will die over and over mastering this game's intense gameplay. But each death never feels cheap, and really the lack of a checkpoint system is the only minor complaint when viewing the dreaded game over screen. While the game embodies the nostalgic feel of the Strider series, it never truly reaches the same levels of classicness the original graced to the arcade world in the late 80s. It has all the staples of its Inspire: fast action, wall climbing, engaging platforming, and controller chucking difficulty, but generic enemy design, repetitive backgrounds, and though an entertaining soundtrack, like the rest of the game, it quickly wears as the variety is just not there. I can't recommend the game as a single-player experience for everyone, but the hardcore will definitely find much to love. Moondiver single player receives 3 out of 5 stars. Where Moondiver truly shines is in its 4-player co-op. Everything carries over from the single player, which makes leveling up any of the divers much more convenient. Drop in and out gameplay makes the game that much more enjoyable too. Start up a game and have players hop in any time to help even the odds, be it local or online. With the odds now in favor, while still challenging, the difficulty takes a minor step back as your teammates have the ability to revive any fallen comrade. They can also link to anyone performing an MC to up the damage rate as well. The action is more intense, and outside of some minor camera issues, co-op is definitely the way to play this game, making it hands down one of the best multiplayer experiences out there. Moondiver multiplayer receives 4 out of 5 stars.